Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday, December the 6th, 2025 edition. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really means a lot. Today is National Microwave Oven Day. What is your favorite thing to pop in the microwave oven? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. Today, being the 6th of December, I thought about Bill Russell, famous number 6 for the Boston Celtics, part of 11 NBA championship teams. I always wore the number 6 for the Celtics, and the NBA retired his jersey number 6, so nobody wears the number 6 on any NBA team, which is really cool. But a great player for my favorite team. So remembering Bill Russell today. Got a Saturday shout out. I'd like to shout out Sock over at the KM Mac Project 69. Y'all go check him out. He has 212 subscribers. I kind of wish it would stay at 212 because I'm a palindrome fan. You know, and 212 spelled backwards is 212. But I can't be greedy, selfish. So let's get that number higher for Sock. Y'all go check out his channel. Last night, he had Sock's Friday Night Live where he interviewed former New York Jets player Larry Keller, who was his special guest. I really enjoyed. I love interviews. I love football. I love my friends. And those three clashed, and it was a beautiful thing. So go check it out. And while you're there, leave a like. And like I said, subscribe to Sock, who is my Saturday shout out. And as I watched this video and got to thinking about football and autographs, so I'd like to share with you some of mine from my personal collection, and also my dad's some of our football autographs that we got through the mail through the years. First off, I already mentioned my dad. If he's seen a picture of somebody in the newspaper and he could find their autograph, he'd send it to them, and he would often cut out pictures out of the newspaper. And here's one. I wish I had or he had Drew Brees' autograph, but we don't. That's one of my favorite all-time players, Drew Brees. For the Saints, who's in the background there, he's trying to run down the Cincinnati Bengals safety, Ethan Kilmer, as the caption below says, Cincinnati Bengals safety Ethan Kilmer heads for the end zone after intercepting New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees in the second half Sunday in the Superdome. Brees, who threw for a team record 510 yards. Brees is one of only, it's only happened 27 times where somebody has threw for 500 or more yards in an NFL football game. And Drew Brees done it twice, but he set the Saints team record 510 yards on this day. But he was picked off 3 times in that game, and the Saints lost 31-16. So a memorable. I'm struggling with my words today, but in some ways it was a great day. He set a record for the Saints, but also bad in that they lost, and he threw 3 interceptions. But anyway, in the picture here, he's trying to run down the guy that picked off his pass, and that guy is Ethan Kilmer. So my dad cut this out, sent it to Mr. Kilmer for the Bengals. And as you can see, Mr. Kilmer says, "Thanks for your support," signed his name and also his jersey number 43. I thought that was really cool. But my dad, like I said, would cut out pictures. Here's another one. A picture of Mike Colon, number 57. Picture with Doug Swift, number 59, and Nick Buonaconte. But Mike is in the middle. But my dad cut this out and sent it to him. Mike passed away, I think it was last year. But I love the inscription here. Tommy, that's my dad's name. God bless you, Mike Colon. Captain Crunch was his nickname. But he was a part of the 17-0 perfect season Miami Dolphins. So it's labeled perfect memory, and I think that's a pretty accurate heading there. A perfect memory. And pretty cool that my dad sent this off. cut it out of the local newspaper, and then mailed it to this Miami Dolphins player. Another one. Let's see what we got. So my dad cut out a picture of Matt Bryan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, kicker. He signed it, cut out from the newspaper, and cut out another kicker, Kansas City Chiefs kicker Lawrence Tynes, who signed it in silver Sharpie. That's cool. On the back here, I've already shouted out the K and Mac Project sock. He's a Denver Broncos fan, which Sean Payton is the coach of the Broncos. But before he was the coach of the Broncos, he was the coach of my New Orleans Saints. And he sent my dad this picture. Tommy, best wishes, Sean Payton. I hate Mr. Payton left the Saints, but the Broncos are my second favorite team. So if he went to any other team, it's good that he went to the Broncos. Here's a couple more clipping that my dad sent to Adam Vinatieri, famous kicker, but he inscribed it to my dad, to Tommy. Adam Vinatieri, number 4. And then here is my favorite kicker of all time. I'm always a big fan of kickers, and I guess maybe my dad was too by looking that he sent off for a lot of kickers clippings. But my favorite kicker of all time, Tommy, it's signed there from Morton Anderson, which is really cool. I loved watching Morton play the game for my Saints mostly, but he also played with the Falcons, as you can see there. On the back here, another kicker. I didn't mention that Captain Crunch, he played his college ball at Auburn University, our favorite team. And another guy that played at Auburn University is Rob Baronis, who kicked for the Tennessee Titans. And my dad sent this clipping off to him. Titans, Rob, Colts, play on words. Baronis nails 60-yard field goal to cap rally. And let's see who we got. New Orleans Saints running back. So we move away from the kickers to a running back. Darren Sproles breaks away from Jacksonville defensive back Drew Coleman during the Saints 23-10 win Sunday. But to Tommy, Darren Sproles, number 43. I'm a Saints fan because my dad was a Saints fan. So cool Saints autograph there. Darren Sproles was a great running back. And shout out to Sock Monkey again. My Saturday shout out. He's, like I said, a Denver Broncos fan. And here's Denver kicker Matt Prater. And my dad sent this clipping to him and he signed it. Well, those are just some of the clippings that were from the NFL that I'd share. Figured I'd share on this Saturday shout out. Since I was reminded of NFL autographs. Some more I can share. I remember as a kid opening packs of cards with my dad, and one particular, one of the first times I remember they included autographs in packs of cards was 1990 Upper Deck Baseball. 1989 Upper Deck Baseball was the first year they had Upper Deck, but we didn't get those in my area. So I've never opened a pack of 1989 Upper Deck. But then in 1990 we got Upper Deck in the area. But we've opened some packs, but we never got. They inserted Reggie Jackson autographs in some packs, but we never got an autograph in a pack. But the first year I remember getting an autograph in a pack of cards is 1992 Proline football. And I found these in my dad's collection. I really like these cards because as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, it's embossed. It says certified authentic. That's the way you knew you got an autograph card in the pack. And most of them were signed on the back. So you can see here there's no name of anybody or no autograph. It just says Proline Portraits. So it's a Denver Broncos player, as you can see on the shirt, who wears an XXL size shirt. But if you get to the back, you see that it's Greg Cragen, nose tackle for the Broncos. Can get it to focus better. I love these cards. I like stats on the back of the cards, but it also, it has, these don't have stats, but it has like quotes and what the particular person said, or maybe what somebody else said about the person. Like Greg Cragen here says, although it's an exciting game, having to go out and get pumped up every Sunday is a tough thing to do. So you just realize it is important to play well, and you prepare yourself during the week. It's like a test, and you have to do well. To play on the defensive line, you have to have a mean streak. I'm a pretty low-key guy most of the time, but I do have a temper. And I think most people who play the defensive side of the ball have some type of attitude like that. So that's his feelings as shared on the back of his card. But I love that his autograph is on the back of the card and that it's authenticated. It's real. It's certified. That my dad actually, like I said, pulled this out of a pack. So I have that memory. Greg Cragen. And here's my favorite defensive player of all time that my dad pulled his card out of a pack, his autograph card. As you can see, it's certified authentic. But my favorite defensive player of all time is Kevin Green. He too played at Auburn University. But great. He's third all time in sacks in the NFL. He played at Auburn University. He also played with the Rams. He played with the Steelers. He played with the Panthers. He coached with the Packers. And I'm leaving out probably some team, but my favorite defensive player of all time. And there's the back of his card. Kevin Green. How would I describe a prototype linebacker? Kevin Green. He's mean, lean, strong, quick, agile. Wants to deal out punishment. He wants to be taken seriously. And he won't take no for an answer. If you want a lot of glory, you sack quarterbacks for a living. And I do it very well. The two things I like to do the most are rushing the passer and taking on the tight end in one-on-one blocking. Basically, I've got to get up the field, rush the passer, and react to the run. So a viewpoint from Mr. Green, and more importantly, love the autograph. Kevin Green, my favorite defensive player of all time. My father got it in a pack. Another one, and that one's actually on the front of the card, but like I said, most of them are on the back. On the back of this card, who do we find? We find Maury Buford, kicker for the Bears. Beautiful autograph there. Another one from my dad's collection. Tampa Bay Buccaneers player. As you can see in the lower right, it's certified, but Paul Gruber. And Saints player. Who is it? Ernest Spears for the Saints. And those are the ones my dad pulled in a pack. And then here's the only one I ever pulled in a pack. Anybody recognize that guy? Riding the motorcycle with his wife. Which is pretty cool because it wasn't Mr. Ditka's autograph that I got. My one time, I got a certified autograph in the pack of Proline, 1992. It was his wife, Diana Ditka. I love that. It says Diana Ditka, wife. the very important position, not on the football team, but in life, the wife. It's got a label for the Bears, though. But she said there's a dramatic difference in the way Mike is now and the way he was, say, 10 years ago, I wouldn't even talk to him after a game if we lost. But now he's pretty calm. We can talk about what happened and what went wrong. And he's very cooperative with me. He's been in the league for many years, and I think age has mellowed him. A lot of times you can't control what happens, so maybe he's getting used to that idea. He says it's not the end of the world. So, love that little quote by Mrs. Ditka for the Bears. But that's the only one I ever got in a pack. And then here's some that me and my dad sent off through the mail, autographs that didn't come in a pack, so they're not certified, but I believe them all to be from the hands of the same players. Just share them real quick. We're Saints fans, so I sent this off to one of the Dome Patrol, Pat Swilling, so I love this card. To Barry, Pat Swilling, number 56. Another one I sent out for. This is later on Proline, but Derek Lavelle, number 20 for the San Francisco 49ers running back. Another Proline, 1996, Keenan McCardell, great wide receiver. Jacksonville Jaguars, here picture with the Cleveland Browns, number 87. This one's my dad's. As you can see, Tommy, that it just says Bubby. He didn't sign his full name, he just signed Bubby. Tommy, Bubby, number 6, but that's Bubby Brister, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Shout out to the sports card ripping teacher. Here's the one my dad got through the mail from Mike Holmgreen. Another guy that only signed his first name, Boomer Esiason for the Cincinnati Bengals. Love the clouds in the background. But he also signed his jersey number 7. Shout out to Jeff, who is a New England Patriots fan. Here is a coach before the famous coach for the Patriots, Bill Belichick. But before Bill, there was Dick McPherson, who I remember being a college coach for Syracuse. One year they tied my favorite team, Auburn, in a bowl game, college bowl game. That's his autograph. But speaking of Bill Belichick, before he was the Patriots coach, he was the Browns coach. So my dad got this. As you can see, to Tommy, Bill Belichick, Browns. It's pretty neat that he inscribed Browns. New York Giants coach Ray Handley. One of my favorite head coaches in the NFL of all time, Don Shula. San Francisco 49ers head coach George Seifert. I think at one time my dad got every NFL football coach's autograph, like one particular year. He has a lot of head coaches' autographs. Steve DeBerg, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. Joe Bugle for the Cardinals coach. And last but not least, Mr. Vinny Testaverde. But those are some cards that me and my dad got through the mail, autographs. But really enjoyed that Proline put insert autographs in their packs. One of the first, not the first, but one of the first to do it. But y'all go check out Sock over at the KM Mac Project and give him a subscription. Watch his videos, give him likes. He shows his garden. He does other things as well. But I enjoyed his interview last night. Y'all go check it out. But my time is up. I thank you for yours. God bless you. and I hope to see you again somewhere down the road.